But now this fight is over. The middleweight division is chock full of opponents who suddenly seem willing to fight you. What do you want to happen now?
I want everybody.
Last year proved one of the biggest years for boxing in over a decade. Thus far, considering some of the biggest fights go to plan, 2018 should be a very close contender.
Bring on GGG! Where you at?
Golovkin, you keep saying you want my WBO belt. Fight me now! Now fight me!
That said, one of the biggest possible drawbacks came a couple of months ago, when Canelo Alvarez tested positive for a banned substance, just months before his high-profile Cinco de Mayo rematch against Gennady Golovkin. As always, the show had to go on.
Kazakh KO King, Gennady Triple G Golovkin.
On May 5th, we saw another clinical finish from a fighter who has brought entertainment to every single professional bout. Understandably, Martirosyan was deemed a lesser opponent by the boxing world, but with a majority of top-flight contenders already planned to fight, it was considered the best of a bad situation. Moving forward, plenty of options are available for the heavy-hitting Kazakh, both established and some lesser-known names, but all equally dangerous.
So no matter what, even if he is not clean, you still want to fight Canelo Alvarez?
Absolutely, because I know my stuff.
Here we look at some of the best middleweight contenders to shed light on a thriving division, and more importantly, to see what's next for Gennady Golovkin.
What we just saw was not ordinary, it was extraordinary. That kind of punching power.
Looking down the list, we start with the Golden Boy.
Canelo Alvarez.
The first weekend of May is traditionally a huge weekend for sports fans, so news of Alvarez's failed test had a huge impact. Though the rematch is still the most likely next step for Golovkin, it's unclear whether the fight still has the same attraction in the eyes of the fans.
Was he cheating? Was he unlucky? Either way, his reputation is tarnished forever.
After the standout performance of his career in the first fight, the positive test taints the Mexican's record and sparks a lot of doubt.
Look, whatever they want to take Canelo through, he will do. This whole thing with the levels being so minute with clenbuterol is ridiculous.
Regardless, the rematch is still the biggest available fight for Gennady this year.
You know, Canelo has a lot to prove. I see why he's eating that kind of meat, because I see why he's trying to get the extra edge. You know, the man is the real deal. I mean, 36 years old and he's still fighting like that.
At the end of last month, undefeated Jermall Charlo made a statement with his 4th consecutive knockout win. He made no hesitation after the fight, letting the fans know his intentions to fight Triple G.
Bring on GGG! Where you at? Triple G! What you want to call him? Little, I don't care. Bring him on, man. I'm ready, man. I'm playing.
The win now makes him the mandatory challenger, which puts him closer than ever to a shot at Golovkin.
I'm gonna start for words for Triple G right now. I don't know what he's gonna do. We just gonna sit here and wait. Look, I'm the champion of the world. They'll finally realize that I'm the real deal, as they get in the ring with me.
With Charlo's come-forward, slick boxing style, we would be unlikely to hear the final bell in a fight between the two.
Another 1-2, but a counter right! Face first goes Williams!
Another man who voiced intentions for a rematch with Gennady, former opponent Danny Jacobs.
Daniel Jacobs!
Arguably one of his toughest fights, Jacobs was the man who finally made Golovkin seem mortal to the boxing world.
Winner by unanimous decision, Triple G!
Despite losing by unanimous decision, the Brooklyn fighter gave a brilliant account of himself.
I thought I won the fight, but this is boxing. You have to take the good with the bad, the pros with the cons.
Now guided by British promoter Eddie Hearn, Jacobs will be looking to make all the right moves to put his name to the top of the division.
He's a great fighter. When you talk about close fights, I had him beating Triple G by a round. Therefore, he's the best middleweight in the world. That's what I'm saying.
Let's see how good I am, and I know that Golovkin is known to be the best out there, so I'll pick Golovkin.
Billy Joe Saunders, one of, if not the smoothest mover in the division. A man who made a huge step forward at the end of last year with his masterclass performance against David Lemieux. The win catapulted Saunders' name into contention, eyeing up some of the biggest names in the division.
I take more home beating Golovkin than I will Canelo. Canelo's been beaten twice, he's a great fighter. Oh, he's been beaten once, he's a great fighter, a couple of draws, but Golovkin's never been beat, never been down, so I would love to be the first man to do it.
Considering he wins his upcoming fight against fellow Brit Martin Murray, Saunders could equally be the next man to step into the ring against Golovkin.
I've beaten enough dog meat now. Golovkin, you keep saying you want my WBO belt when I was 14 stone out of shape and wasn't in love with boxing, then you wanted to fight me. Fight me now. Now fight me, we'll see a different story because you'll be punching fresh air.
In just a matter of seconds, a brilliant display of power punching from Billy Joe Saunders.
Look, we know now that he's never going to be a unified champion.
Why?
Saunders is never going to fight him. Saunders is never going to fight him because Saunders, like I said a little while ago, is looking for lottery money. He's waiting for that opportunity, and Saunders doesn't want to fight him.
Golovkin has cemented his name as one of all-time great middleweights. But with so many tasty potential drama shows, we could still have plenty to look forward to from one of the most exciting boxers of today.
Left hook by Golovkin, and down goes Stevens. Undefeated Sergey the Technician Derevyanchenko.
Sergey Derevyanchenko, a man who possesses the work rate, stamina, and power to cause anyone problems on the night.
And now all of a sudden, hey, fight this cat who could also beat you and make 1/10 of the money. I don't blame him for not wanting to do that, but you can't have it both ways. Derevyanchenko's entitled to eat too.
Promising fighter on the rise, willing to take an opportunity to prove himself against the best.
He's down again 4 times, and the referee's waved off the fight. Demetrius Andrade.
I'm prepared to get hit, but I'm definitely doing the hit.
Swift
Jarrett Hurd. Youth, non-stop pressure, and a proven chin to test Golovkin, considering he can handle the onslaught.
Do you have your eyes on guys like Canelo and Golovkin, those massive monies?
Yeah, those are the big money fights we're speaking on. Eventually, we want to go up and fight guys like Triple G and Canelo.
End of the time.
Are there any other middleweights out there who you'd be interested in making a fight with?
It doesn't matter for me. I'm still champion last 9 years. Just I have a lot of belts. Just guys, just come and just take my belt.